Oh, what is up, YouTube? And I just finished beating the Lies of P DOC, and it was honestly fantastic. Here, I'm just gonna be showing you like all the weapons and like the costumes and the Legion arms. So there's 10 weapons in total. There's like I guess like what four, like three, four like boss type weapons. This first weapon right here, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like a flamethrower. Basically, like as you can see, I'm just going through. I'm voice over this right here, and spoilers heavy. Yeah, this is literally. I'm showing you all the boss weapons in here. Spoiler heavy, especially for the final weapon because that is the big one. So I just do a flamethrower. That's basically light attack or just the average R1. Simple light attack means fire damage, and funny enough, as you can see, I was able to put shock on it. So I mean, I was blown away by this. Like every single weapon in this DLC is completely unique compared to every weapon in the base game. And don't even get me started on the final boss weapon you get, because that is easily one of the best things I've ever had to see in this game, and by far the coolest weapon in the game. And this by far is one of the coolest ones too. This is a basic weapon right here, and this is a flamethrower. Like I'm literally using a flamethrower. I don't know how it's gonna react with like enemies and stuff, but yeah. Also, it's a max level character. I have everything unlocked, and these are all maxed out. So, yeah. I wonder if I'm going to move into the next weapon. I'm voice over this, so yeah. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, overall, this DLC was definitely one of the best. If you don't want me talking, uh, I guess mute me. I guess because you want to hear the game audio, but I'm a little sick, so I feel like if I sound like this, yeah. But I'm trying to think. Like, here's the next weapon, and this is like some electric type weapon. Kind of reminds me of Luxaxia's weapon, kind of, but not really. But yeah, that has a crazy range. That's the heavy attack, and that has crazy range. And like look how unique these weapons are. None of the weapons from the base game act and perform like this. And I guess it's quantity over quality. Look, so it has that range right there. But oh man, like that's crazy. And I'm gonna give you my review on the DLC like later on in the stuff. But yeah, I mean this is crazy. Actually, I might just give you my review here, yo. Maybe. Actually, should I give the review? Should make that a whole separate video. I mean, I might make it a whole separate video, but look at this. I mean, look at that Fable art. Lies P is one of my favorite games. Just look at that. That is just, can't tell me it's not one of the coolest things ever. So it's taking away Fable targets on the top, so you're wondering just the meter to that. And there's so many unique and cool weapons here. Like, there's only one of them that I think is like my least favorite, and it's gonna be coming up soon. I think this is definitely one of my favorites, and I can't wait to try them out. I wasn't the biggest fan of the regular weapons. I just stuck to the boss weapons because I just thought it was cool. Oh, that's literally me trying to like figure out what if I switch the handle. Now, I didn't try it in this video, but what if I switched it? What would happen? Like, would I get that electric move regardless? But yeah, this is also unique. Serpent. I'm assuming this is putting on acid. Maybe I thought I was using the other art, the handle art, like wrong when I first doing it because it didn't do anything crazy as I expected it to. Hopefully, I am doing it wrong. But look at that. I'm just charging up acid. It's probably not gonna work on many fights just because like gonna get staggered through it. But man. Definitely there. Yeah, that's just me trying it out. Me thinking I'm messing up or something because it's clearly not working to its best ability. But you know, I mean, it's cool, I guess. I don't know. Is there any sound through the video? 'Cause I can't hear anything through my recording. Hopefully, there is sound. If there's not, that sucks because I ain't doing this part again. It took like 19 minutes. Here's the next set of three base weapons. And that clown weapon is definitely some of my least favorite. Also, how to get these weapons, I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember how to get these weapons. So you don't have to look at video because I have to as well. This clown weapon is in the clown area, so yeah, and you have to kill the something something to get the something. But I don't want to tell you what the thing is. But if you know clowns, you know Lies of P. You should put your head together. But play the DLC yourself. It's definitely worth it. I mean, the story in this DLC was by far my personal favorite when I was playing this DLC. This is just a whole yap session right here. And in fact, yeah, basically, like, this whole story in the DLC was fantastic. And I definitely have my gripes with the DLC. Like, my biggest... well, yeah, spoiler heavy territory right here, chat. Spoiler heavy territory. While the weapons are going through, spoiler heavy. Because I'm about to get into the whole story. Yep, forget all of that. I'm about to get to the whole story. And I'll post like some of the things that I clipped. But there was like a lack of bosses. There weren't like a lot of bosses and a lot of, I guess you can say, like the main bosses. I mean, off the top of my head, there was like the crocodile puppet lady. The puppet lady, by far, one of my favorite. Oh, by the way, look at this. That is literally it's running R2. That it's running R2, and it has that mobility, and it takes stamina charge, by the way. So, yeah. But as I'm saying, yeah, the DLC was great. The story was perfect. So basically, this is what I read from this. This is from what I gathered from it. We went back in time, and this is like why we're technically dead. So Carlo, our characters, is basically dead. I'm assuming because the legendary stalker, the lady who was our not our apprentice, but basically our mother figure, and she was our guide who taught us how to fight. So throughout the whole DLC, we're trying to track her down and figure out what the alchemists are doing with the and what's going on with Romeo. If you don't know, Romeo is the king of puppets. And as you know, Geppetto pit him to the king of puppets. And I just love how all the story came together. This weapon is cool, by the way. Let me just look at that. It's exploding. Whatever. But I've been going through it. This is crazy. Like, everything in that DLC was fantastic. But as I'm continuing, I just lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, Romeo. So basically, Romeo got, I think got trapped somewhere by, funny enough, the riddle guy. The riddle guy, as we know him, we know him as a riddle guy, and the guy who killed Benini, the serial killer. And I'm just thinking this is a regular old puppet. Spoiler heavy, by the way. He's the final boss fight of the game. Yeah, big spoilers. So, also, PS from the spoilers, take away from the spoilers. Look at this bow right here. This bow is fucking crazy. I mean, look at this thing. It is just like, oh man. But as I go on with the DLC, the story was just like, yeah. Wait, hold up. Retrack. Oh yeah. So he's the final boss fight. Forgot his name already. But the riddle guy is the final boss fight of the game, and he is by far one of the hardest boss fights. And I truly do think I used a summon for him. The summon is not the Spectre, but it's actually Legendary Stalker, and she was actually the fight. And I thought because it's most thematically like cooler with her being there, because she's literally performing some of the most visually stunning moves during that fight. So I used the summon with her, and I fought on the easy difficulty because I'm doing +9 here, bro. Yeah, I don't got time for this. I will be going back, obviously fighting them by myself on the hardest difficulty on like phase 5 of the fight. So yeah, not phase 5, like the level 5 when the boss rush mode. It was great. The fight definitely challenging, especially to do solo, because he has like a combo that I truly do think is harder to parry or to dodge than Melania's, what's it called? Or maybe I'm bugging, but the Melania's thing. But basically throughout the whole story, we're just trying to find her, and we fight bosses. We go through the zoo, we go through Krat, and this is the DLC version of Krat. Like, we're basically back in time, and we're just seeing how the events unfolded before. Let me see, I'm trying to remember. was was the Pepper Frenzy happen? I think it did happen. This is the 1800s, so we're just seeing before everything. And I think this is before Sophia turned to whatever happened to her in the base game. We don't see Sophia at all in this DLC, but we do read some notes from her. I'm not the craziest lore guy, but this is what I remember when I picked up this story. So please watch someone's video because I'm gonna be doing the same thing. But this overall, like fighting that fight was amazing. Some of the most visually beautiful, like his second phase, visually some of his moves are fantastic. His first phase is quite challenging, but doesn't have any crazy visual moves, like visually stunning moves. And yeah, but it's also he's not my favorite boss fight. As you can see, I'm using the claws right here, and the person that you get the claws from is my favorite boss fight in this DLC. No, I didn't use a summon for that fight. I technically didn't fight the hardest difficulty. I just fought her on the second one, but she was dope. She was like actually super cool. She basically had a puppet, kind of like what I thought Geppetto would be. Like Geppetto would have nameless puppet, but no, nameless puppet fights as its own entity. She is controlling the puppet, but it's as one entity. So there's two different like like bars. It's kind of like how would I describe it? Twin princesses from what's it called? Twin princesses from Dark Souls 3. There's two health bars, which are really only here taking out one of them, but there are two of you attacking at the same time. It literally like it can definitely get hectic, but it's not like the Goskin duo where like they don't flow together. Like I'm over here taking off my target, putting it on the puppet that's flying at me, and I got parry. Then I redirect some of my charged Fable straight to her, make like break her thing, do some heavy damage, and then she's over here like flying in with energy balls. It's one of the most funnest boss fights yet. Also, this one of the biggest things in this DLC for me was the fact that they're talking. During the boss fight. I don't remember anyone talking besides Geppetto during a boss fight. Now here, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I didn't move into the next weapon. But as I was saying, yeah, the fights are cool. But here, about to go on to the final weapon right here. Monad's Rose Sword, whatever you call it. This is a beauty. This is what you get after beating the final boss. And this is the legendary Stalker's weapon. And one of the levels, you're literally like not fighting her, but like playing as like an ally with her, and you get to go down and slaughter the entire thing. And she's performing literally like what we're doing right now. This is just so cool. I mean, look at this. This DLC outshone itself in all the chords. It is beautiful. And this weapon right here literally just captures the perfectness of this DLC. I'm about to go into the Fable Arts. Like, look at this. That's just the R2s and stuff. And look at this. Like, they went all out on this weapon. They went all out on just the stunning effects and like on just the effects. I mean, look at this. I messed up here. It's supposed to be like doom. Look at that. I messed up. You're supposed to do it really fast. Like it is. Look at just look at this. Anyone who plays what's it called? Devil May Cry. Here we go, yo. Virgil right here. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like getting this was the highlight for me. And I didn't use any of these weapons at all during the fight. I stuck to my regular 2 twin dragon swords and a Zoro crescent dragon thingy. I stuck to those 2 weapons. And funny enough, for those who are playing this DLC, there's a funny interaction with Alidoro, which you actually do find Alidoro, and this is the actual Alidoro, not the fake one who gets impersonated. So if you actually use his head and you can use a twin dragon sword during that thing, you get like a cool little interaction. And it's so funny. I love how they did that. And just going back in time, seeing things. And this is like this playthrough that I had of the New Game Plus cycle. I didn't like communicate with anybody, so I wonder if I communicate with the puppet, like the King of Puppets. Maybe would have had different interaction. But I would have to go back through the entire game because I actually messed up on one of the side quests and I picked the wrong one. So now I have to go all the way back just so I can get the music box. I mean, I was gonna have to do it anyways, but at least this one, like I only have that just to do. I'm gonna get the 100% of the DLC. But man, The final boss fight, great. Story, great. But DLC has its problems. And I'll probably go do a bigger review later. Like, the DLC to me, the biggest problem with DLC I've had, actually, is maybe the fact that, let's see, like, because the bosses were cool, but there weren't, like, many. And after just coming off Elden Ring's DLC, I'm expecting more from the boss department. And at the same time that I came to my senses, yeah, like, if you look at all the other DLCs, like the Ring City, that doesn't have that. They have actually the same amount of bosses, but just in low-key the area in the Ring City, not even all that. What? If you go to the Bloodborne's DLC, my personal favorite. This might top it, just because I was actually super invested in the story, and I actually took this is the only like Souls type game I took time out of my actually to actually read the stuff. I didn't get any of the medallions because obviously I could have shot the weapons, but here's some of them. There's some really cool ones. Like I think I'm gonna go over the outfits. And one of the coolest things is, look at this. You get to have the big brother Black Rabbit Brotherhood's outfit. You get to have all five of them, or 4 or 5 of them. It's their armor sets are cool, but I digress. Simply, DLC was fantastic. It's definitely worth the price. I did beat it 1 and 2 days. Like, it's like 1 o'clock right now, but I probably would be there early if I played that morning. But yeah, DLC was fantastic. It was really good, and I suggest you buy it. It is hard though. Also, I just have to remember this. There's only one boss that has a second phase health bar, and it's the final boss fight. If you know Lies of P has literally like everything after that fourth boss has a second phase, and only one of them in that mid phase, the fighting guy, has a second phase half health bar. So it was interesting to see how they played out. These bosses in the DLC kind of felt more like bosses from the from software, and I also do like how they did with summons. Summons was a very cool part of this game. I like how they did everything with summons, just because like it actually felt in the story, because you get to summon Doro and you get to summon Leah, or Legendary Stalker, in the fights, which is much cooler than a Stalker. And they also added like cool details, cool visual effects. Like Aladoro is using the Twin Dragon Sword, and he's doing completely different moves that we don't have. So I'm pretty sure it's optional, but at least for the first playthrough, if you're not one of those weird soul people, I suggest you fight them. Now, I'm not the one to always use what's it called? What am I saying? Like summons, but for this, I just felt it was appropriate for the story, for the fight. The video is basically about to end. I'm gonna do a better review later. DLC is great. The areas in the DLC, besides that, like one of the other areas, weren't too crazy. I would say the areas in the DLC didn't like completely stun me. Like they didn't completely like take away my factor. But I do think overall levels design of the DLC was perfect. I think it was really good itself. There weren't too many parts where like I felt, actually there were pretty parts that I felt I needed a bonfire and like I just didn't know where to go. I think my least favorite part of the DLC was definitely the prison area. I mean, the design of that area was cool, but the other area, but the area with the mines. But I'm gonna end it here. The video is about to end soon. It's like a couple more seconds. Me just going over a couple of outfits, a couple of stuff. Please buy the DLC if you have the chance to buy it. It is definitely worth it, especially if you like Lies of P. It is challenging. Don't buy it if you think it's going to be easy, and definitely enjoy it. Difficulty settings does make an important thing. Buy the DLC. I'm going to see you in another video. I'm going to post all my clips later. Just post most of my things later. Alright, see you.